Welcome to Squatch-D TV, where the truth is first before all else. Join your hosts, veteran investigator, TV personality, and author Steve Kulls, and from the Kentucky Bigfoot Research Project and the Kentucky Fried Fixes channel, Chris Bennett. Sit back and prepare to take yourself on a journey with the longest-running Bigfoot podcast, Squatch-D TV. Here are your hosts, Steve and Chris.
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Here we are on Squatch-D TV for October 12th, 2025. Hello, Chris. How we doing, brother?
Hey, Steve. Man, I am wore out. I wore completely out. We had a big time yesterday listening to the presentations that went on. Didn't walk around too much with the Bigfoot Festival, but I did make some of the rounds over to the booths and talk to some friends of ours. And had a good time, enjoyed myself. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to apologize firsthand to Mike Lucci. Mike walked up and started talking to me, and I did not recognize him. But in my defense, he had his Hollywood shades on. Okay, so, you know, he was incognito. But after he pulled those shades off, I said, oh, yeah. He said, you don't recognize me? I've been on the show. And I'm like, he took his shades off and said, oh, yeah, Mike. But great time. And as we get going here, I'm going to do a little show and tell, you know, some of the things that I picked up.
Absolutely. Well, wow. we got a lot going on now. People were asking, hang on, I got to turn my volume up here on my ear cans, because for some reason, there we go. Because for some reason I was having problems hearing myself. I turned my volume down a bit. But a lot of people were wondering, we had a little change of lineup tonight.
Yeah.
We did do an open challenge to Robert Maxwell of Cabin in the Woods. We've featured them in a couple of episodes about some of their statements, which are kind of iffy, and we want to get them on. We full transparency. We're willing to hear the other side of the story, and you know, is this something he's purposely doing, or is this something that he is getting secondhand? I don't know.
Right.
But the bottom line is, we obviously invited him, and he actually wrote back, which is amazing. He said, you know, hey, I'm sorry, I can't come on at short notice.
Right.
So I basically opened up the field. Well, you pick a Sunday night, we'll have you on. Let's see if he comes back at it.
That'll be good, and it'll just be, you know, we'll put our media hats on here, and you know.
Well, now we're gonna ask the hard questions.
Well, sure.
And see what he comes up with, and
Fair.
we're not gonna take a personal attack or anything like that.
No,
that's not what we do.
Don't do that.
This is all about trying to get some answers and let the audience decide here.
Right.
You know. But anyway, we got a hell of a crew. I see we have a full chat in blast tonight.
Oh wow.
And let's see, first in tonight was Mick, of course. Mick Siphon is in the house, Relic Common, and Walter Kroll, Roy Longley, PH.
Walter.
Karen Fisher, hello. Ammon Chris, what's going on? Mike Stetton, how are you?
Mike.
Reverend Quantum Bigfoot is in the house. Goatman Curious, hello. The Petron is in as well. Grasshopper, what's going on? Sandra Piper, hello. So here we go. Now we start. Don Gummo Jr. is in the house. Karen Fisher, hello. Gary Johnson Sr., hello.
Gary?
Get Ducked is also here with us tonight. The Susie Monster, what's going on? Who else? Yeah. I'm not. Sasquatch Wizard Adirondack. John, how you doing? Corn Cob Say in the house as well. Arthur Watch, Texas. Jack Boris Khan with an ooh bappa mau mau. Ooh bappa ooh mau mau. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll try that maybe when I'm...
I've heard that in something. I can't remember.
Jeff D. Smith, what's going on? Joe Bigfoot Meldrum. So, welcome to the show. Boris Khan, we already said him. And we got Lazy Cowboy. Hello, Lazy Cowboy.
Welcome.
Mike, Tactical Bigfoot Research in the house.
What's going on, Tack?
Sharon, what's going on? So we
Sharon?
got a full house tonight, man.
Yeah, wow.
Jen is in her bouncer. Hello,
Hey, Jen.
Good to see you. Brian Barber, hello. We
right.
did get a look at your pics, and if you call in, I'll let you know. Just to be upright, is it going to prove Bigfoot's there? Or real? No, but is it something there? Perhaps.
No pic will do that. Yeah.
Right.
So, set that up. No pic will do that. But,
and of course, Nikki, Sasquatch Secrets,
Nikki,
is in the house.
Good to see you.
So let's do the real quick public service announcement. Speaking of Nikki, that Nikki and I will be part of the what is it now? The 58th anniversary of the Patterson Gimlin film.
Yeah.
It'll be an online live stream mini Bigfoot conference featuring, besides the great Nikki Cologne and myself, Ron Reed, Emily Fleur, hosted by Ryan Gomboleski, put on by Tate Hieronymus. So that's going to be next week at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. So we have plenty of time to be back for the show, and I'll be doing a debunking presentation. So it's going to be a great event. So everybody, if you have time next week, there's something to do. Check it out. But anyway, Chris, we want to talk about your weekend, and I'm gonna yield the floor to you, but I'm gonna put up our picture here. Yeah. And you had quite the event over the weekend.
Oh man, these guys are great. First, I got to meet. We've talked to these guys on the show, and some of them have been back several times, but I've never actually got to meet them, face to face and shake their hands. Well, that changed this weekend. Finally, got to meet up with Matt Larson, and Matt. Oh my God, what a great guy. They had we were there during let's see, when what was his name? Ronnie LeBlanc was speaking, and I had come in a little bit late because I had been there earlier and had to leave and go back and recuperate a little bit and then come back. And anyway, after Ronnie LeBlanc got done speaking, they had a contest to see who could win, and the gift, it was a gift certificate to a local restaurant here called I think it's El Acapulco or something. It's a local Mexican restaurant. Well, they called out a bunch of stuff, and okay, admittedly, I was sandbagging. I didn't try to answer any of the questions, and I had pretty good, idea of everything that was there. But they did have one that stumped me. They asked when was the BFRO founded, and in my brain I was thinking, 1998, something like that. But yeah, I didn't know that one. Matt Larson popped it out, 1995. And I'm like, dude, go big brain, Matt. So Matt ended up winning that gift certificate to the local restaurant. And you know what he did? He gave me that gift certificate. And very what nice. A nice guy. So kind. I cannot thank you enough again, Matt. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And of course, he tries, what a nice guy. He tries to blow it off. He says, well, I don't live here, so I don't even know. Well, yeah, but still, it was a very nice thing to do. I think it was like $150.
Wow.
So that's a lot, yes. Now, I've never eaten there, so I don't know. That might be half a meal. I don't know. But I'm sure going to try it out now. Thank you so much again, Matt.
El Acapulco.
Yeah, and
well, yeah, you know what? You can eat the food, just don't drink the water.
Right. Yeah. And got to see. Well, first of all, starting
because the last thing I want you to do is have a good dinner there, and the next thing you know.
Well, that's the thing. My son Andy and I, my youngest son Andy and I, we love Mexican food, but the wife Sandy, she's not really fond of Mexican food. She likes seafood and stuff like that, but it's okay. I'm sure she'll find something on the menu to order.
So you don't like Mexican food?
She does not. She does not. No. And I don't know why. I guess maybe the cumin and the cilantro spices, something that just don't work with her Asian, taste buds, but whatever. Andy and I will certainly enjoy ourselves. But yeah, I got there. I think at 9:00, Alex Petrikoff was going to be the first speaker. I went in there to hear. And Mike Lucci, he did the MCing and the introductions for the speakers. And when still feel so bad because when he first came up to me, I don't feel too bad because he was wearing sunglasses, right? But he first come up to me and starts talking to me, say, "Yeah, you don't remember me?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So he takes off his Hollywood shades, and then it's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, Mike, yeah." He said, "I've been on the show before." I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm sorry, man, I didn't recognize you. Don't wear those Hollywood shades next time, Mike." But anyway, listen to Alex Petrikov's presentation, and oh my God, Alex did. He brought. You remember those photos he shared with us about these Alaska investigations he was doing?
Yes.
He had a bunch of those photos he put up on screen, and all of them are just like epic. Oh my God, I used to be an amateur photographer, or considered myself one anyway. And just everything you see, a big beautiful white mountain of snow in the background, and these pine trees, just beautiful, lovely. And Alex gave a great presentation. Really enjoyed it. And while I was there, I'd met up with David Wickham, another friend of ours, Taters. And David said, "Yeah, Chris, you gotta make sure you're here for my presentation at 2 p.m. Said, "I'm gonna do something different." Said, "Okay, I'll be here, man." And I was in a little pain, but I went ahead and went back to the house, and I told Taters I would be there, so we came back and listened to his presentation. And boy, was it good! It was awesome. He was doing some stuff. We're going to have to get David back on the show because he was doing some stuff with molding casts and actually molding the foot from that track and recasting it into a gelatin substance to where it would make the flexible foot of the creature that stepped and made that cast. And I'm telling you, it's just awesome. He was able to take some casts that he had and draw in the bone structure. You remember like the Bossberg Cripplefoot tracks where Dr. Grover Krantz drew in the distorted bone patterns from the cast. Yep. Well, Taters is using his knowledge of physical therapy and stuff and how the foot structure and bone structure to draw in some. And oh my gosh, you could just see it. You could see it. And even the places where the bone structures would be were actually raised up a little bit in the cast. So that means they were actually pushed down into the ground. And I was just really impressed with that. Gosh, awesome. David, that was awesome job, buddy. You keep up the good work. And I told him, Dr. Meldrum would be proud of that. Yep. He would be tickled to death.
Yes, he would. And I got to do a quick shout out to Reverend Quantum Bigfoot. Man, that guy's got gusto. He is from the UK, so it's 2:15 a.m. where he's at, and he's up watching us.
Oh, so we pleased to have you. Thank you, Reverend. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. But I picked up and also David Wickham Taters. He gave me a cast. This came from the.
Hang on.
I'm gonna hold it up here. This came from. Let me turn it sideways here. This came from the South Park. Not South Park. Salt Fork. Salt Fork State Park.
Hey, give me those cheesy poofs.
And it's got some. It picked up a rock and stuff, a few other things in the cast. But it's really interesting. It was missing some of the digits, but you can make out the large toe here, and it's awesome. I was tickled to death to get that. Thank you again, David. You're very kind. And I stopped by Ken Gerhard's booth. We went back to hear Ken Gerhard, and picked up one of Ken's books. That's the Essential Guide to Bigfoot. And I have to admit, I had read with a foreword by Peter Byrne. I had read excerpts from his book before, but I had never read the entire book because I didn't have it in hand. Well, now that's going to change. And he did sign it with a nice author signature for me too. Thank you again, Ken. And stopped by Alex Petrikov's booth. And man, I don't know. I'm getting about like Henry May, especially because I don't get to go to Bigfoot gatherings and festivals and conferences because I can't do the travel. And that really sucks.
Right. Yep.
But I was excited to get to go to Park City though, and I purchased a copy of the Patterson Gimlin's Patty cast from. from Alex Petrikoff, and I was pleased that he had some of these. And also, I got, hang on, not done with show and tell yet. The Freeman hand cast. I picked one of those up, a copy. And that's from Paul Freeman took the original cast, and this is just a copy of it. Shows the fingers and the digits and about what size that hand would be. Pretty big guy. But I was tickled to death with that. And Alex also gave me a nice CD. I started to say DVD. A CD, and it was called Mysterious Bridgewater Triangle. I have not listened to this yet, but Alex first asked me if I had a CD player, and I'm like, no. Because, at first off the top of my brain, I'm like, no, those are like gone. And I said, wait a minute. Yes, I do. I've got one in my antique dinosaur computer that I use, and which I never, I don't know if it'll open up.
And just for reference, in Chris's car, he has an 8-track tape player.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, no, we got cassettes now, babe. We've upgraded. But we have. So I really, really had a great time, and enjoyed myself. I was so pleased to meet with Ken and Alex and Taters and Matt. I was so pleased, and Mike is good. I did not get a picture with Mike Lucci. I should have.
Or Taters.
Or Taters, right? I was getting ready. I was waiting for him. He was speaking to some people, and me, man. I'm not going to, bother and interrupt people while they're talking, because a lot of times fans come and they want to see that guy, all right? So I don't want to get in there and interrupt that. But before he got done speaking with these other guys, he had to talk at the round table, so I didn't get to get a picture with Taters. But maybe next time, I'm sure he'll be back. What a great presentation, though. He did a really great presentation. And I did listen to Ken Gerhardt's.
You bumped into Ken. Yep.
Yeah, I listened to Ken Gerhardt's presentation too, and I went over to his booth and we talked for a little while. Got a picture with this Sasquatch thing behind us, and that was cool.
Yes, I actually have a picture of myself behind that very same one.
Sure enough, I'll be there.
Yep.
But
I gotta find it, but it was at the Sasquatch Triangle. I think that belongs to. I think David Wickham is the one who lugs that along.
Wow, I did not know that. That's awesome, because we were just talking at Ken's table, and he said, well, let's go over here and get a picture. So, okay, go over there by the Bigfoot looking thing. But we had a great time.
He's a little short for a Bigfoot.
Yeah, he must have been sitting down. I don't remember. I think it's just from the waist up, maybe.
Actually, are you guys sitting on his lap?
It kind of looks like that, doesn't it? But I was so pleased and tickled and honored to get to meet all these guys in person and shake their hands. And it's kind of weird, because you feel like you've known them for years, but never met in person. And just the thrill to shake those hands was great, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, even Mike said that's David's. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, but Taters was walking around.
I actually have a picture of myself like I'm doing a piggyback ride with him.
Yeah. Oh, but what a great time though was had by all, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much. Again, thrilled to death, because I don't normally get to attend activities like that, and because it's so local. Literally 10 minutes from the house. So and the back was not doing. It was acting up a little bit yesterday.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But see, it's so convenient, because I zip back 10 minutes to the house and lay down for an hour or so and go back, and I was walking around pretty good, Yeah. No further. I parked closer a second time. Yeah, I figured out where I could go to park right next to the tent that where they were doing the presentation. I said, okay, here we go. That's much better. But yeah.
Kaiju Ninja asked, when was the last time you both saw each other in person? I don't know who he's referring to.
If it's just me and Steve, that's been it's a couple years ago now, hasn't it, Steve?
Yeah, I didn't make it. I think it was 23 hours now.
I think it was, 2023.
Yep.
But, we talk to each other, every week.
Multiple times.
Multiple times, usually.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know this, is that usually Chris and I get on about a half hour before the show, and then after the show, we're usually on for another half hour to up to 2 hours. I think one night we even yacked and we were watching videos together because we can do that through this.
Yeah.
So Chris and I will go on for a while.
Plus, if Steve, if something cool comes up, Steve's already, he gets on the horn and we start talking about it.
Right.
Hey, man, you got to see this. This is cool.
Right.
But, man, it was just, I was so pleased to get to meet all these guys. And it's just awesome. And, they had, the event was free other than if you wanted to do the VIP thing. Now, they had the VIP dinner and everything that I could have went to. I should have went to. But, I just wanted to get over here and, I was there as a fan. Okay. I don't want to be, no microphones or doing no round table, nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Bennett.
Yeah, I enjoy watching that stuff, but I don't really want to participate. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
But I really enjoyed it. I'm so tickled, and I hope it does well. I was told that they had more people there this year than they did last year. And
Let it grow.
Yeah, grow.
It'll take a few years for it to grow.
I hope it does good. I hope it does good. Maybe they could move it a little closer. Maybe have it at the Cave City Convention Center, which is literally 3 minutes away from the house.
Or maybe at Chris's backyard.
Yeah. Well, it could. I wouldn't mind it. Of course, the wife might not like that, but
That's right. She'll be cooking for plenty.
And I asked her if she wanted to go yesterday. No, I don't know. Don't want nothing to do with Bigfoot. Okay, babe, no problem.
But you did manage to get her to come to my thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she went to Lexington up there to listen to Steve speak. And it was awesome. Andy's still thrilled about that. And I brought that up to her. I said, yeah, we were talking to Ken Gerhardt. I said, yeah, we went to see Steve up there at Lexington at Scarefest. And I said, Andy got his picture made with Jason. Who was that? And he said, yeah, Kane Hodder. I got my picture made with Kane Hodder. He was thrilled.
I made that happen. I made that happen.
Steve did that. Thank you again, Steve. He's still thrilled about that. That's going to be one of his
Kane Hodder is a great guy.
He sure is.
And I just walked away. Hey, can you do a fave for me, for my friend here? Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Come on over,
Yeah.
Not even bat an eye.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason from the original Friday the 13th. Yeah, it was Kane Hodder.
I think he was Jason for like 6 of the movies.
Right.
Oh.
Very nice guy.
Yep.
Very good. And so great for him to do that for my son. I really appreciate it. Thank you again, Kane. It was very nice of him to do that. And very good for you to set it up, too. Thank you.
Hey, Michael, have a good night. Keep that shoulder in order, and we'll see you real soon.
Yeah, hope you get feeling better, bud.
Yeah, he's got to go to work tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Get some rest. But awesome time.
Hey, I got to go to work tomorrow.
Awesome time.
These 6-day work weeks are killing me.
Oh, yeah. But I did not go on any of the outings. I think they did some on the 10th, the night of the 10th.
Yeah, I saw some of the photos, which, would have been fun, yeah.
It would have been interesting to go over there, but, I didn't want to do some
you don't want to push it.
hikes.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing a lot with the lawns and fixing stuff, and you're working on videos your own, so.
Well, that's the thing. I've got to get back to start doing some videos.
Over at the Kentucky Fried Fixes channel. Make sure you guys check that out. Chris doing his small engine repairs, and
I haven't done a video in a while, so it's getting about time for me to do one.
Right.
But we had some stuff going on the past couple of years, and that's all took care of. I'm not going to bring up my problems because everybody's got problems, and you don't need to hear about mine.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I knew a guy told me one time. He said, "Look, don't talk about your problems." He said, "Everybody's got problems." He said, "Matter of fact, if we could all write our problems down on a piece of paper and put them in a hat and shake it up and pass the hat around and everybody could draw new problems, more than likely you would probably ask for your old problems back. Because
exactly.
Oh, but man, what a great time.
You know, if you think you have it bad, just watch some Springer reruns.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got a lot more to cover before we go to the open line. We're going to do 10 o'clock. We're going to open the lines again for everybody. And that was so much fun the last time we did it. 10 o'clock, we're going to open the phone lines up. And I know Brian wants to call again, and he's more than welcome to call in. So
good. That's good. And I had heard that Brian was there yesterday or sometime. Brian and Chewy go hiking, but
no, that was my mistake.
Okay, I didn't see him, so that must. But I did know Alex Petrikop was going to meet him over in the Daniel Boone National Forest sometime today, I think.
Right.
Or sometime this weekend. I'm not. And they were going to check out for some activity over there. And I did tell him, I said, well, one of our guys, Scott, had went over there and found a track, but he couldn't, where it was on a hillside. He couldn't cast it.
I was waiting for this to Mick to throw a mother-in-law joke. So while we're on that particular thing, how about the hat for the mother-in-law?
That's good. That's a nice deer hunting outfit for your mother-in-law.
That's right. Take her out hunting.
Take her hunting with you in the deer season.
She looks so happy in that picture, doesn't she?
But, Mick's always going on about the meatloaf and stuff. And to this day, I've never had a bad meatloaf. I've had meatloaf that was, you wouldn't want to write home about.
Jay Fritz, there's our good buddy Jay. How are you, Jay? Does the Southern Bigfoot have a twang in his owl? Well, sure does.
I don't know. It's kind of funny, though, we talk about Southern accents, listen to people talk. And when I watch a movie and these actors, Hollywood actors, they try to do a Southern drawl, or they try to work on their Southern accent, and they really push it too hard. It's just so obvious, oh, God.
I was in such a hurry to change the graphic. Boy, that's a lousy graphic tonight. I'll have to change it. Well, the whole lettering is all whack.
Well, it looks like...
That's a fail. I'm sorry. That's a fail. I did a very poor job.
Well, to me, I think it's still awesome, Steve.
That's a D for me.
I couldn't do any better. I cannot do any better than this.
Jake just called us knuckleheads. So again, what?
Mick says, it ain't that I don't like meatloaf. It's just my ex-mom's meatloaf that'll kill you. Okay, I can understand that.
Yes. So anyway, I do want to go a little off topic a bit tonight. Let me predicate this. A few years back, God, I don't even know how long ago it was. I want to say 2019, so 6 years ago. I attended the Rhode Island Paracon. Nice little event. I had some friends, and they've been on the show too. Michelle and Scott. They actually were part of the mountain when we did the mountain episode. Right. Michelle and Scott were there, and or Michelle was at least, and then they're very much part of our little family locally. And we they had a table there, and my buddy Jack did as well. Jack Kenna from Haunted Case Files.
Oh yeah.
And so we're all hanging about, and Bill Brock knew me, and Bill Brock was there, and he had said, "Hey, listen, my buddy Corey here, who happened to be Corey Heinzen, said I just bought the Conjuring house." Cool. That's right, the actual house that was in the movie The Conjuring. Right.
That's neat.
So and at the time, my wife and I had just started dating, and Bill was like, "Do you want to bring your girlfriend over and say hi to everybody?" Well, sure.
Cool.
I'm going to get an invite into the Conjuring house.
Oh.
Now, in my private investigation life, I used to do some work in Connecticut and Rhode Island and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I actually drove by there a couple times, like, oh, that's really cool. But there was all these keep out signs and no trespassing signs all over the place. They didn't want nothing to do with any of the paranormal. And now the Heinzens bought it, they kind of opened up the doors. So I go over there, and in the house, sitting at the dining room table, was Roger Perrin and Andrea Perrin. And in case people who don't know...
That's the original... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, in case of people who don't know, those were the people that were the movie was based on. As Roger was the husband, and Andrea was the oldest daughter.
Yeah.
So I'm like, holy crap, I'm in the Conjuring house with a couple of the original family members. This is really good. And then there was Carl Johnson and his brother there, Keith, and they were one of the original investigators there. They're both demonologists, really great people.
Right.
So, Corey showed me around and everything like that. And while that was going on, all of a sudden, Sherry goes, I'm going to go wait in the kitchen with Corey's wife.
Yeah.
Well, the kitchen was set up like it's a command center. They have cameras set up all over the place. They're trying to catch any activity or whatever.
Right.
And so we get out, and she's like, yeah, something grabbed me by the back of my neck. Yikes. She says, and just gave me chills right up my spine. She goes, I'm out of here. I'll go wait in the kitchen. I'll let you walk through the house. So...
Yeah, I think it would have been an early night out for me. I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, but
to the house, guys.
But what a great place. Bill Rock and Corey showed me the entire place. It was really cool. Yeah. I got to talk to Andrea for a while. Got to talk to Roger for a little bit. It was really a cool experience. So,
well,
a couple of years.
Remind me, Bill Brock, is he one of the Ghost Hunters guys or Paranormal
Who's that?
Files? Bill Brock?
No, he had a TV show, I think, on one of the channels for a little while where he was doing mysterious stuff like crypto stuff.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah. Bill Brock, good guy.
remember.
I like him. I know some people he rubs the wrong way, but I like I said, I get along with 99% of the people out there.
Right. And I love everything about that has to do with mystery. It doesn't matter. I've try to watch about everything.
Okay, so this may be a little bit better as far as the noise air level. All right, how am I sounding now? Am I sounding okay to you, Chris?
Yeah, it's a little weaker now.
I had to turn it down. Yeah, because somebody's saying they have like swarming bees coming through your mic.
Oh, I hope it's not mine.
No, I don't hear it. You don't hear it.
No, I don't hear nothing.
So that's a StreamYard issue, not our issue.
Maybe, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't hear anything in studio here. It's good. Don't know how it's going out through StreamYard. Hopefully
yeah, Boris says he's been to the Lizzie Borden house. Great place, too. By the way, I got a real cool EVP out of the Lizzie Borden house, too.
Ooh, yikes.
So, yeah.
I remember watching that movie when I was a kid.
Right. So, yeah, and in case people don't know, I don't really talk a lot about this, but in 2013, I did start my own paranormal group. I was also trained as a demonologist. So, yeah, I've done all that. But let me fast forward to it. So, a couple of years ago, somehow the Conjuring house, the Heinzens were really getting tired of being surrounded by this 24/7, living there. And it was affecting their kids. It was affecting them. So they decided to sell the house, move on. And this person bought it. And I'm not going to mention a name, but she wasn't really the greatest for the house. She was charging exorbitant prices. She was having all kinds of employee problems. And, I am getting a little bit of a rattle when I talk. So I'm trying to eliminate. Okay, that may be it. I mean, you just need to back off the mic just a little bit.
Okay, you sound good to me, Steve.
Okay, very good. Okay, so anyway, what ended up happening was the house went into foreclosure. The owner, it was just a mess.
Right.
The new owner. So the house went into foreclosure. And from what I understand, the property got overgrown. There was a fire in the barn. The woman took the check from the fire, and instead of fixing the barn, she pocketed that money. So the place has been in disrepair for a couple of years now, about a year and a half.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, a really, really sad situation. Meanwhile, last year, Andrea Perron, had made an announcement that she had stage 4 cancer. Now, Andrea has written a couple of books trying to correct the Hollywood narrative of the Conjuring house, which was the house in Harrisville, Rhode Island, which we're talking about.
Right.
And she's written several books on the topic. Very interesting to listen to her talk. A lot of it in the movie was Hollywood, but there, there was no exorcism or anything like that had taken place there. Yada yada.
Right. Well, when they make a movie out of something, too,
Right,
they got
right.
They got to throw in some stuff for entertainment purposes.
Yeah. But anyway, for the most part, there was a lot of stuff that did occur that they portrayed a little bit accurately in the movie and stuff like that. But it was great, to understand and hear from the person. Again, we always talk about that with Bigfoot documentaries too. Here's the truth. Here's what happened. Here's the truth. Even sometimes documentaries get it wrong.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is that the house was going to be up for auction on October 31st. And Andrea made a plea to Jason Hawes from Ghost Hunters. And in case anybody doesn't know Jason, I have known him for the better part of 9 years now. And stand-up guy, really good guy, friendly, fun, funny as hell. Very, he'll call out bullshit if it's bullshit.
Right.
That's what I like about him. That's what I like about him.
Yeah.
And he even addressed in a video the concerns people had over his old partner, Grant Wilson.
Right.
And it was concerning to him.
Right.
So that's, that's really a good thing.
That was the jacket tug thing, wasn't it?
Gary, you're going to have to turn your volume up, brother. I mean, my volume is fine. If I raise it anymore, it creates a hot mic.
Well, everybody else said it sounds okay. So, and it sounds good to me, babe. Right. So I don't know, maybe I mean, something on your end maybe not working right. Right.
But anyway, because I know sometimes when I sound low, all I have to do is turn my earbuds up. So, and it's not me. It's not the mic. It's my volume on my earbuds.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds okay here, Steve. I don't hear anything from.
Oh yeah, and John, if you're on Bluetooth, sometimes you can get a bad Bluetooth. So unpair and repair. Sometimes that'll help too.
Maybe
Bluetooth.
Yeah, that could be it.
Sometimes you do get a bad Bluetooth connection. Absolutely. So anyway, Andrea made a plea for Jason to please buy the house. Do if you can, do something to buy the house.
Right.
She, she was like, she's very sick, and her PET scan didn't come back good, so that's not a good sign. And she basically did a video asking Jason Hawes to buy the home. So what ended up happening was the house's auction got canceled. So he had, first he had to pause. There was a pause on the GoFundMe he had set up because GoFundMe had questions, and he still is not quite sure what those questions exactly were. My guess is that there were some competing people that wanted to kind of throw a monkey wrench into it.
Huh.
Right. Meanwhile, that gets set back up, but then the auction 2 days later gets canceled because the mortgage, not the house, the mortgage note was bought by another finance company. So they're going to restart the whole foreclosure process again.
Right.
And Mick, Gettysburg is a neat place. So anyway, getting back to the Conjuring House story. So they realized that the note was bought, not the house. So there is still, now it opens up the avenue again to purchase the house since it's being foreclosed on. It's just going to take a little bit longer for the process, which in actuality is a good thing, because now instead of having a 28-day deadline or, an 18-day deadline, 19-day deadline, as of right now, it probably expands it a couple of more months to raise the money. And I'm going to show a video that Jason did which, you know, it serves kind of to me. If the Bigfoot community could do something like this, this is really cool.
Yeah, the Reverend says, how's Jason's crowdfunding going?
Well, I don't know, Gary. Maybe your computer's haunted. I have no idea. Everybody else is having fun, so just you and John.
Okay.
John, and like Grass says, Bluetooth can be terrible sometimes listening to things.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is a video from Jay about the Conjuring house and the latest update. And it'll go to show you the strength of this guy, and the character of this guy is really strong. I'm going to show you another post when it's all done with. And I'm going to show you a way as well if you guys want to help out. So here's the video.
And Hawes here. So I want to do a quick update. If you noticed, I kicked back open the GoFundMe, and we're going to start cranking this along. So it's all about saving the Conjuring house, Andrea's plea. And bottom line, let me just make this clear. A lot of misunderstandings are out there. Needham Bank sold off the mortgage. They didn't sell off the house. They sold the mortgage. So whoever bought the mortgage is now going to have to go through the whole foreclosure process again. And talking to the team all day long, there's a lot of different avenues we have now. This actually makes it a higher probability than we were last week when we had to go up against everybody. We can do this. This can be a historic movement like no other. We can leave our mark on history. This is, yesterday, I'll be honest, yesterday I felt broken. I felt broken inside. But after today, spending the entire day in meetings and different things, I'm more energized than ever, because this is really a possibility that we can win and save the Conjuring house for everybody, not just for the selected few who can afford it, not just the neighbors. Everybody's going to benefit here. This is just, I don't even know what to say. I feel so energized inside, and I'm just cranked up because we can do this. We can make a mark on history like no other, especially when it comes down to the paranormal community, the believers, the non-believers, skeptics, debunkers. And we can do so much more. With that property, we can build, we can take land, we can build other structures, things to advance the field. But it's there. Our chance is there. It's now. We can do this. We can answer Andrea's plea, and we can win this. This, honestly, can be historic. And you know what, guys? I've stepped up. I know you guys stepped up. Let's just keep on pushing, because this is a good thing for us. Again, they sold the mortgage. They didn't sell the house. Almost like the old saying in Poltergeist, right? They moved the headstones, but they left the bodies. Well, here we go. This is our chance. So let's make some noise, and let's show them that we're better than this, and we can do this, that we're a team. Bottom line. Thanks so much. Love from me to you guys. Stay safe, keep it real, and on to the next.
Very cool. Yeah, Goat Man creates a demonic experience for the masses. Yeah. Well, I think the Hollywood movie probably, they played that stuff up quite a bit. But there was some cool stuff that went on.
So anyway, let me just add a couple of more things. Nick says he ain't going to Rhode Island for any amount. And it's actually a sneeze over the Connecticut border, like literally, where the house is.
I've driven through Rhode Island before. I didn't get a chance to get off the big road.
Believe it or not, Harrisville is right in the corner. So it's like 20 minutes from Mass. It's 20 minutes from Connecticut. It's like right there.
20 minutes from everywhere.
Yeah. Kind of like where I live in New York, I can head one way and hit Massachusetts in 40 minutes. I can go another way and hit Vermont in 25 minutes.
Right.
So, yeah. But anyway, so they are, raising money for the Conjuring house. Of course, the URL is.
And Hawes here. So I want to do a quick update. If you noticed, I kicked, yesterday, I'll be honest,
So the actual that is the GoFundMe link to the actual
GoFundMe.com /
F /
/ the That, what do you call that? Dash
Conjuring
dash
house.
Yeah.
And if you just Google conjuring house GoFundMe, you'll find that.
It'll come up. Yeah.
Right. But you know, the thing is he wants to make it affordable. Like the woman that had purchased it earlier was charging people, you know, $1,500 to stay there overnight, $1,000 to stay overnight, right?
Oh, wow.
Jason doesn't want to do that. Jason wants to make this, like he said in the video, I'll make this affordable for everybody. I want everybody to experience this place. He wants to kind of turn it into a learning center, and it's got 8 acres attached to it that he said, you know, like he said, he can build other buildings. The other real cool thing about it, and this shows what a stand-up guy he is. And I do have, you know, the Save the Conjuring House. There it is. And you can see this was the numbers as of just before we went on air. They've already raised $114,000, almost $300 towards the purchase of the house, which we don't know what it's going to be. And one of the things he said too is, you know, we've passed 114,000, and Jason said he's matching every dollar. Up to $1 million. So if the GoFundMe gets to 500,000, he's going to pitch in 500,000.
Right.
Which is awesome. And he's got a few other friends. Like right now, you can kind of tell they're already plotting and planning that, you know, we're going to get this. We're going to get this. We're going to get this. And you know, and again, one of the big things he wants to do too is anybody that's donated, he's going to have a big tapestry there that everybody can sign that donated to stay in the Conjuring House.
Right.
Well, it's not a devil house. Let's be very clear. I was there. It's not a devil house. People live there. People live there after the parents. People live there. The Heinzens live there. Yes, is there ghost activity? Yes. Is it demonic? No. Nothing ever is. Not all things are demons.
I wouldn't want to live there.
Right, you know, right. Yeah, I mean, some people would. And it even goes on to say, if on the sad chance the house isn't one, donations will be refunded. And there were people that were asking him, can't you just donate my money to? And he's like, nope. The way this is set up is that if we don't get it, we are going to refund everybody their money back. And then they can donate that money to wherever they want to go if they want to do such.
Well, that's fair.
So,
that's good.
But, yeah, okay, Grass. Let's keep positive, please, or people are going to start getting booted. Simple as that. This is a cause that's close to my heart because I've been there, and it is a beautiful property, and I wanted to get there.
Well, we're getting close to Halloween too, so a little ghosty stuff is pretty cool, I think.
Right.
Fair game for the channel. Right. Okay. We got, okay, let me get some of these questions we had. One of Kaiju Ninja asked a little earlier. Said, Steve and Chris, what are your opinions on ghosts? Go ahead, Steve.
That is, that's true, Mick.
Got to get the feathers cleared out there. Yeah.
Yeah, still fighting off the bronchitis a little bit. It's not as anywhere near as bad as it was last week.
Well, you get straightened up there. I'm going to go ahead and go first. My opinions on ghosts. Well, I'm skeptical. And not because, you know, I've had a lack of evidence. I've seen some evidence. It was pretty cool. Back several years ago, I was driving a truck with my cousin, and we drove past this place. We were on the Bluegrass Parkway up in Kentucky going to Lexington. And we were coming back from Lexington, and there was a young lady dressed in white, looked like a wedding gown, standing in the median, the grass area between, you know, the east and westbound lanes. And as soon as we drove past her, you know, it was like a really brush of cold air came in the windows, like, whoa. And, you know, I couldn't figure out what that was. And we asked the truck driver up ahead of us, did you see that lady out there in the white dress? What's going on? You know? Yeah, he saw her. He didn't want to talk about it.
Yep. Okay, so
Well, that was cool.
there is a couple of neat comments I want to get to
ahead,
before
go ahead.
I get to the Kaiser's question.
Yeah.
Is I'm thinking that if it's not been updated, the house is probably not worth much. Absolutely not. I was in there 6 years ago, little over 6 years ago. House is gorgeous. It's got heat. It's got everything it needs. It just probably needs a little upkeep. It doesn't necessarily need a remodel. It doesn't need a restoration. It just needs a little TLC. House is absolutely beautiful, livable, and it's got 80 acres of property, and it's just gorgeous normally. And it's got a 2-story barn right across the driveway from it. So there are outbuildings as well. So that Goatman Curious had said, maybe we can do a GoFundMe. I've already seen the real Annabelle doll somewhere. I have pictures of that too, me with the real standing next to the real Annabelle doll. So I've seen all of that. I was not a minor league contender in I was not a minor leaguer in the paranormal world. I was introduced really fast into a bunch of things. I was actually in a couple of paranormal programs as well. So,
and in all fairness, now Steve was doing investigative work, and when you investigate something, that could be paranormal, it could be normal stuff, and
the amazing thing is I may have been a paranormal investigator for a while.
All right.
I never ever crossed that into the Bigfoot realm for all those people that think Bigfoot's a portal jumping, shape shifting, spiritual. Right. No.
One thing is not like the other. Yeah.
That is correct. As far as Kaiser's question, let me just show you my relative experience. In 1977. Let me go back. In 1973, my parents moved from New Jersey, Bergen County, little hamlet called New Milford, and moved up to Troy, New York, which is where my uncle Paul lived. And my father, being his brother, wanted to move close to his brother, and he moved up here to retire. Father retired from the New York State subway system. He was a motorman. He drove the subways. Retired in 72, moved up here towards the end of 72, September of 72, and that's where I've been in New York since, right? Yeah. Coming from originally New Jersey, where I was born in Bergen County, Teaneck, New Jersey, Holy Names Hospital, all that fun stuff. In 1977 or so, in 1977 or so, my father, and this was a conversation that I did not know for a number of years. My father had woken up. My father used to work nights as his retiree job. And he'd woke up and he had seen this apparition of a woman standing there wearing kind of a 19th century gown. And she just kind of just faded out. And it happened a few times. And my mother thought he was nuts. Until one day my mom was sitting on the couch and that same woman walked by in the living room.
Oh, yeah.
Just this apparition. Now, the house we lived in was built in the mid-1800s. Had one of those old dirt basements with a well in the basement and everything, an old well and everything in the basement. So it was an old home. And the way the house was connected was my bedroom was next to my parents' bedroom, had an adjoining door. But then I had my extra room. I had 2 rooms growing up as a kid. So I had a room with a desk and a computer in it, believe it or not, since the 80s. Oh, cool. And this probably is like I'm 15 or 16 years old. And, so I have my room, which has a door, and I usually kept the door open until my parents went to bed or I was going to bed, and I would close that door. Right. And because I could look in there, and off to their bedroom, there was this like little utility room. I remember we used to call it the little room because it was like a quarter of the size of the office here. And I see what I thought was my mom walking into the little room from where I was kind of like laying in bed watching TV.
Yeah.
And I look and I go, there's my mom going into the front room. I turn around, I go, Mom, what are you doing? And my mom answers me from the other side.
Oh.
From the kitchen.
Uh-oh.
My father was at work. So.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. So that was my first experience. Now, as I became a paranormal investigator, I can tell you I've gotten EVPs that really, really make me scratch my head. I was at the Genesee County Poorhouse, a.k.a. I forget what they call it now. But anyway, all the ghost hunting shows have visited there. I was there, and I was in the basement near the boiler room setting up my mic, and I had this thing set up so I could live listen, and I hear this little girl's voice call a name out, Dan. And there was no little girls there, obviously.
Oh.
And I said, did somebody just say Dan? And then whispered, like it's whispering right into the mic, I hear, Dan.
Well, that's creepy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a couple of times for things that I could not explain.
Yeah.
You know, I've caught an EVP at Bobby Mackey's Playhouse. Been there. Mm-hmm. Another famous haunt in Kentucky. It's now been torn down and rebuilt.
Yeah, some kind of satanic ritual stuff or something was.
No, nothing at all like that. Nothing at all like that. And but yeah, it's really there's nothing bad said. Now, I know the distinct difference between what's evil and what's not. Right? And even the EVP I got in the Lizzie Borden house, which was up in the maid's room on the top floor, where we hear this all of a sudden this like deep woman's voice go, move. Just move. Like, holy. Okay. But we didn't hear that live. And that was something that we replayed back later. And what? Did you hear that? Where'd that voice come from? Right? Yeah. So, you know, there's everything. But is it evil? No, nothing evil. I've heard evil. And I don't want to even get into that. That's not for the show.
Something tells me to move. I'll say, I'll do you one better. Watch this. Just look out the window. You'll see me driving away in just about 30 seconds. Have a nice house.
But the Lizzie Borden house, really neat place, just for historical significance. I wasn't going to leave because of an I was just, I wasn't doing any live listening or anything like that. I just had my recorder going.
Yeah. Well, Kaiju Ninja had another question. He wanted to know about I guess this is about the Conjuring house. Is there still stuff going on at the house?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Always. Bill Brock was a big ghost skeptic. And he spent a couple of months there when the Heinzens bought it. And he don't want to go back, I don't think.
Huh.
So yeah, there is stuff that goes on. Is it demonic evil? No, it's not necessarily possessions or anything crazy like that. But
well, there was something that walked in Mom and Dad's house, you know, when I was a kid at 2 a.m. I think it was 2 a.m. It's either 2 or 3 a.m. I can't remember now. But when the clock struck 2 or 3, something started walking on the wood floor upstairs. And you could hear it. And it's like every night for a while. Yeah, that was weird.
I've been to houses where we've heard that. The Mansion Inn, or not the Mansion Inn, but the Van Skyke House, one of the oldest houses in Albany.
Right.
I heard something run across the wood floor. I mean, this house has been around since the 1750s.
Right.
Right. Van Skyke, it's when actually Albany was owned by the Dutch. So it was built. And I've been in there, and the doorbell, which is this old manual doorbell where you pull a string and it rings a bell.
Yeah.
It rang for no reason at all. I was right there at the door. Bing! Open up the door. There's nobody there.
Yeah.
Right? Heard running, and a door slam. No reason at all.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
you know,
a lot of interesting things, and those are just some of the.
and I want to add,
sounds.
even though that I heard this, whatever was walking at night when I was a kid, I'm still skeptical. You know, I don't know that that wasn't somebody up there walking, you know, at 2 or 3 a.m.
Well, and that's
whatever.
what our minds like to tell us,
Right, right.
right? There's got to be somebody up there, and you go up
Got
there,
to be, yeah, something.
and you go up there, and there's nothing.
Right, right.
You know that was
Well, you know, in all fairness, I never went up there to see, okay?
Right,
It's like,
right.
at that time, I was like 13 years old, and I'm like head under the covers, all right?
Right.
For the duration until I would go back to sleep.
So
figured,
you see, and again, we see that in the Bigfoot world. Like me looking out the tent the time I said a second one, I see the little one run by. I go, nah, it couldn't be, right?
Right.
And that's what you're doing all your life is, nah, it couldn't have been. It couldn't have been. But what was your initial reaction? Was to hide from it.
Oh yeah, I was scared. Man.
All right,
Yeah,
there you go.
absolutely.
So
I wasn't alone either. I mean, we had an Uncle Larry stayed with us. Him and Dad were doing some paint work while they
So-
were laid off, and he heard it.
while we're on it, Kaiju
Hey.
Ninja asked if I'd be willing to share. And I know we want to open the phone lines. We may do that.
Yeah.
Let me just find the EVPs first.
Okay, go ahead, man. We can open up the phone line after. Take
Yeah.
a few minutes and look through there. I know you've got a million files to look through. See what you can do.
Yeah, I gotta. In fact, it's not even. I don't keep a lot. I keep that on my backup drives now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And you know, this is a little bit off the Bigfoot subject, but you know, we're getting close to Halloween, so a little spooky stuff's okay. And let me see here. Who was it that had that comment? Oh yeah, it was the Reverend Quantum Bigfoot says, do ghosts have expiry dates on them? Only reason I ask is that nobody ever reports seeing an apparition of a dinosaur. That's a good point.
I have no idea.
And Brian Barber said earlier, I would apply for the caretaker of the Conjuring House, except my wife may not be happy with that career. I don't think she'd be happy with that either, Brian. I wouldn't be. No, I mean, you know, I wouldn't be interested in working there. No. And it would not be my thrill to go up there and spend the night either. You know, there are some places I would like to stay in the house where they had a Christmas Story was filmed. That would be cool. I would like to stay at that. But you know, that's never going to happen because in order to stay in that house, especially on Christmas Eve, you have to spend a lot of money, and I'm sure they're booked up decades in advance. But that would be cool. That would be cool. Love that movie. Love A Christmas Story. Love that movie. Shoot your eye out, kid. Oh, Susie. Susie says, I've had several incidents at the house I grew up in and our current house. Never anything scary, though, so I'm lucky. It was just attention seeking, like opening windows, TV turning on. Yeah, Susie, I mean, nothing really scary ever happened at Mom and Dad's house when I was a kid. But we did have that, whatever it was, whoever was walking upstairs. And Jay Fritz. Jay, thank you so much. Jay gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Jay.
I am actually trying to find the EVPs that are already done. I'm having a trouble finding them.
Thank you again, Jay. I appreciate that. But, you know, we did have, there were some weird things that happened, almost like a joke. During this period of time when we would hear the walking upstairs. Now I'm talking about when I was a kid. All right, we're talking 1980. All right. And Mom was cooking a roast, boiling a roast on the stovetop. And she went to check the roast and it was gone. I think it was like a 4-pound roast was gone out of the pot. it disappeared. So that was kind of weird.
So let me do this. Okay.
And again, wow. Thank you so much. Jay, just what a great guy. What a great, I cannot, you guys are just awesome. We're so humbled by your generosity. Thank you.
Absolutely, Jay. Thank you. And while we do that, let me pop up these sounds.
Yeah, I think so, Susie. Must have been hungry. That's why I was kind of, being skeptical. Okay, I was kind of thinking that maybe somebody, because Mom and Dad's house was, well, I own it now. Okay, got it as part of the estate. But Mom and Dad's house was a pretty good sized house.
Okay.
And it was really old. So.
Okay, I have a couple of the EVPs. This one is from the Lizzie Borden house, so you'll hear it say move. Here we go. It's really hard to hear. I'll play it again. Oops, it's got to play out. Hang on. So you're going to hear it right after the beep. So you'll hear and that's a camera flashing. So you're going to hear the camera beep, and you're going to hear a voice go, move. Here, let me crank that up in case you didn't hear.
I think I heard it.
Yeah,
I think
watch.
Yeah.
And there's the move. There was nobody up there but me and one other person.
Move.
And that wasn't the other person's voice. And this is the EVP from Rolling Hills Asylum, a.k.a. the Genesee County Poorhouse, which Rolling Hills is what it's known by now. Let's see if we can get it to come out.
Hold on a second. I heard something on this. Young girl's voice. Almost sounded like it said Dan.
Really?
Yeah.
You hear the whisper? And they
Who
just
keeps
did it again.
whispering Dan?
So here it is again. Let's see if we can get it to come out.
Hold on a second. I heard something on this. Young girl's voice. Almost sounded like it said Dan.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't show.
Who keeps
I can hear the
whispering Dan?
Yeah, so there you go.
That's neat.
Yeah. No, actually, Kaiju asked us, Dan, one people. No idea. Maybe it's somebody. I don't know.
The Reverend wants to know, so was that recorded with the DR60, Steve? Only reason I ask is they can clearly be affected by EMF, like cameras taking pics, etc.
Nope. Both times was the Zoom.
Well, I would expect if
The Zoom H2. Zoom H2.
I would expect if it had been something like a interference, it would have been like a little static,
Yeah.
not Dan. But that's interesting.
Yeah, and then you hear this very loud Dan right back. I'm like,
Yeah.
like what the heck? So yeah, don't know.
Creepy.
That's just a couple of them. There's been a number more. I've gotten one up the actual hanging area of the witches in Salem.
Oh, you've been up in there.
Yeah,
Creepy.
I've been to a lot of.
Yeah,
I've been,
I remember you was getting around there at one
the
point.
Hinsdale House, which is another place in New York that's really super haunted. It's owned by Dan Kleiss, another great guy. And blessings out to his daughter, who's got to, I think she rang the bell for. No, I have not, to tell you the truth. Kaiju asked if I ever recorded any EVPs while Bigfooting. No, I have not.
I don't think the two phenomena are related.
No.
Well, I did miss. I caught about the last 15 to 20 minutes of Ronnie LeBlanc's presentation, and he was talking about some UFO stuff relating it to Bigfoot. And I can't say I kind of disagree with that, but
It's a bad narrative. That's all I can say. It's not a narrative I follow, and it's a very narrative that's easily debunked. But before we hit the phone lines, I just want to show one more thing, and that was the crap strap.
What's he crapping on then? Xanu. Okay.
The Xanu.
The Xanu. Okay.
Nice landing pad for the poo.
Oh my goodness.
And if anybody didn't see this one,
Acme. Wile E. Coyote's Acme nuke launcher there. Yeah, that's good. I like that one.
All right, let's do this. Let us open up the phone lines for our next round for the next 45 minutes or so. We're going to open up the phone lines for questions. And it can be on any of the things we talked about tonight and about anything you want to talk about.
Or, yeah, anything else. Oh, man.
But, yeah, I mean, I have been...
If you want to.
Yeah.
No pressure.
I have been to a lot of interesting places. And when I set off in the paranormal, I wanted to go to the spot.
Right.
And I was happy I got to go to Bobby Mackey's Music World.
Right.
And here we go. All right, let's see if we can't get this online. 231, you're on the air.
Hello.
231, you're on the air.
Are you muted? No?
Yeah, we're having that issue with the phone line again where it's ringing over here.
Oh, no.
Oh, somebody hung up. All right, let me just...
Well, for a while, a good friend of mine, Scott, he got interested in the paranormal, and he wanted me to take him down to the Hainton Holler. Well, he was talking about it in Cumberland County, Kentucky. And I told him, I said, well, I know where it's at if you want to go. And, I didn't think nothing about it because you go through it when you would go to my grandmom and granddad's place. Back where that Bigfoot encounter happened with Uncle David. And so, I took him over there.
Hang on.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll try this again. 518, you're on the air. Yeah, something's not working here again.
Oh, man.
All right, give me a second, Chris.
Go ahead, baby. I'll talk.
All right, please stop calling, folks. Stop calling. I'm going to take the ticker off.
Yeah. Just give us a minute to clear up a few technical difficulties there.
For some reason, this thing hooks up, but if it doesn't hook up right, it screws right up.
Go ahead, man. Do what you got to do.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to reset the stupid. All right, I'm going to pop out, so we're going to go to a single screen here for a second.
Okay, go ahead, babe. That's fine. But we had a Scott. Oh no. So anyway, my big face but Scott wanted to go to the haunted holler, Hainton Holler, down in Cumberland County, Kentucky. And I told him, yeah, I know where it's at. You got to drive through there to get to my grandparents' house in Cumberland County. Live down at Maribel. So we went over there. And of course, we didn't see anything, but I'll tell you what, it was nighttime when we went in. And just as soon as you hit the Hainton Holler, you can feel, if you got the windows down on your car, you can feel the cold air hit you. And so that was something that I thought was really interesting. Now, me being, I have a background in earth science, and so the geography part of me was going, and the geology part was going, wait a minute, this could be the effect of something called a katabatic wind, where at nighttime cool air goes down slopes of surrounding hillsides, which, you know, it's all hills around there. And then the cool air finds the lowest pockets in the land, and it kind of settles down there. So, you know, that wouldn't be too surprising. But it is one of those things to where the katabatic wind, where, you know, it make you think, oh, it's cool air here, that maybe it's a ghost related. And let's see, Boris says what? Put those magazines in the background away from... Oh, man. Well, where'd you go, Steve? He's here somewhere. He's still working. But Lori says, I'm thinking about moving to North Carolina, closer to area. Well, Lori, that would be cool. I love North Carolina too. It's beautiful. When you get over, well, the way Kentucky's set up, once you get over into eastern Kentucky, you basically in North Carolina. It's all hills and hollows, just like North Carolina. And love that area. West Virginia too, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, Brian. Okay, you were the ones that tried to call in. Just hang on a few minutes, Brian. Maybe Steve will get it lined up. It'll take him a few minutes. But we've had this issue before. And, you know, with any time we have a new addition with the technology, things happen. Like, we'll get stuff working right before the show. Right before the show starts, everything's working perfectly. And, you know, with Murphy's Law, the minute the show starts, nothing works. And I don't know why it does that, but that's just part of it. But it's cool when it's working good. Yeah, he sent me a message here. He's got a reboot, so he'll be back in a minute. But, you know, when it works, and it's worth it. But when it don't work, okay, you get these kind of headaches. Let's see, Jen. Jen says, hey, Chris, given what you just said about the cool air, when walking up to Joe Schneider's site, you're going up a slight incline, and about midway, it gets really chilly. Same thing. Well, it's possible you're going up the incline, so you could be experiencing the cool air coming down the hill at you. It's possible. Yeah. And those things are it's really strange. And we used to have, I had a good example of this on it's my farm now, it's parents' farm. There was one area back in the fields, and of course it's rolling property. There was one spot, there was a really low spot area, almost like where, you know, maybe a pond used to be at one time. And it's in the middle of the open field. And you could walk, and it's probably, you know, maybe 6 feet difference in elevation from the top of it to where you walk down into the bowl shape area down in the bottom. And it could be hot in the evening, but when you walk down into that bowl shape area, it was cool. There was cool air all around you. And I never physically measured it because, you know, who's going to take a thermometer with them out in the field? But yeah, you could walk down in that hole and you could feel the difference in the temperature of the air just from, you know, maybe 6-8 feet in elevation. Big difference. It was crazy. But yeah, I blame Dan for the phone issues. Okay. Yeah, Steve's reboot. Yeah. On here. There he is.
All right, let's try to get things back the way they were.
I guess everybody's tired of getting to look at my big mug across the screen, life size.
Yeah,
Susie.
I have no idea what's going on. I actually went back out, came back in, and then I couldn't hear you.
Oh, man.
So that's why I had to reboot.
Well, that's okay. You know, we'll get it. We'll set it up next time.
Well,
but Susie wanted to know if Mom ever found a roast. No, she didn't, Susie. It was gone. I have, to this day, have no idea what happened to it.
We're going to open the phone lines one more time.
Okay, give it a shot. If it works, it works. If it don't, you know, it's not going to...
Because according to this, we're connected.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
According to that, we're connected. Everything says we're connected. So I have no idea what's going on. This may be a call to road themselves to kind of figure out what is going on.
Yeah.
So let's get the stream back on. The phone line is open, I think.
I think Brian Barber tried to call in a little earlier.
Right, and I'm not getting the same screen on with.
Lori says the most haunted thing I've seen on the West Coast is Pioneer Cemetery outside Whaley House, San Diego.
Okay, let's try this again. 231, are you on the air?
Cool.
231, are you on the air?
Oh man. Back on it.
518, are you on the air? It's not working. It should be working.
Yeah, back on it. Well, maybe, next time maybe. That's frustrating. I know. But we'll get it straightened out.
And it says right now, maybe it's the audio device. I don't know.
Corn cob, yes. A complete, I think it was like a 4-pound roast disappeared. It was taken directly out of the pot. I think she had some carrots and potatoes in there, and the meat was gone.
All right, let's try this again.
It was weird.
All right, actually, hang on a second. Before you don't hang up.
You want me to try call in, Steve?
Nope. We have somebody on the line. I think it's Pat. Hello. I don't know why this is not working.
Last time we had so much fun with the call.
Hello.
That's probably why it's not working this time. We had too much fun last time, but it was.
Hello. This should work, but it's not. So I don't quite understand what's going on with this. Oh, hang on. Hello, 518, you're on the air. 518, are you there?
Oh man.
I don't know what is going on. Hello. Hang on. Oh, you know why? It's not kicking over to Bluetooth. And I don't know why, because it says it's supposed to. Well, this is annoying. All right, scrap that. Scrap that. I'm scrapping it because it's very unprofessional for us to sit here and try to work this out on the air.
Sorry, guys. These things happen.
Now it's ringing here. Let's try this again. 559. 559. Says it's supposed to be on Bluetooth. Bluetooth is connected. 559. 559.
Okay, Reverend. You have a good night and welcome. We appreciate you. Yeah, 3:23 a.m. there. You better get some sleep. Catch us on the replay. Thank you again. Wow.
231.
Yeah, evidently it must mean the connection is wrong or something. Maybe connected.
No, it's just not working.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way to do it, I think, is to reboot. Let me try rebooting the tablet.
Yeah. Walter said, "Gee, you start talking about spirits and suddenly the phone technology doesn't work."
No, it's done that before.
We had this issue before, and this was before the show, and we were trying not tonight, but the last time, and it wasn't working. And it was like, what the heck? Everything should be working. And then I think Steve rebooted some stuff, and then it started working.
And then the problem is that they have this scurry reboot sequence,
Yeah.
Reboot. Hey, Google. Reboot this tablet.
I am opening the power options menu for you to reboot the tablet.
Oh man. Yeah, them things
Hey,
I can't
Google,
figure out.
open up the power, please.
You gotta have a degree in engineering to reboot a tablet these days. Like, press this button for 6 seconds, then slide the slide over, and then it asks you 5 questions. Enter your code. It's great when it's working. I mean, I have really thoroughly enjoyed having this setup where we can talk to you guys in chat, and we can like show a video or a photograph on screen, and you guys can see what we're looking at. So, if you got any questions about it, you can type them in and stuff. I have thoroughly enjoyed this, especially, the ability to show a video and share it with you guys. We all watch it at the same time. This has been so much better than anything we ever did at Blog Talk Radio. But sometimes, the call-in lines are cool. But if they're not working, they're just not working. And Steve is really good on this technical stuff. He's much better than I am by far. I would be lucky. I'm lucky, to hook up a microphone. I plug it in, and if it works, great, I did it. That's about it. If it needs to download some drivers or something, and it can do that on its own, great. I hope it doesn't rely on me. Guy Jude said, just throw your tablet around. Good way to troubleshoot. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. But I got my wife, her iPad was kind of dated, all right, and I did buy her a new one here about 3 weeks ago, something like that. And I can't even hardly turn the thing on. I have no idea. I tried to turn it off the other day. I kept asking her, well, what do you got to do? Where's the button? How do you turn it? Because with the old one, you just push the power button and then it'll slide off. Okay, done. This one, you got to push a power button and a volume or something. Hold the volume buttons together. I don't know. Crazy.
You know what?
What, man?
You know what, Chris?
Yeah, man.
Don't anybody get a roadcaster. And people, you got to stop calling me. You're on the air. If you can hear me, fine. If you're not, I can't hear you. Okay, people, you got to stop calling this thing.
Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna put it in the kitchen.
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work tonight. But that don't mean that it'll never work. It's just hang on. It's all right, Steve. I think Steve is a little upset, but just hang on. It'll be all right.
You know what I just did? I put the tablet in the garbage can.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's in the garbage can.
That's why I miss Etch-a-Sketch.
Okay, guys, you got to stop calling me. All right, I'm doing a show. It's not going to work. It says it's connected. It's not connecting to the unit. Everything is in place. Everything should be working, but it's not. So I have no idea. Please stop calling.
We were hoping it was going to work because...
And I can't even shut this fucking thing off.
Oh, now.
Pardon my French.
But I was so tickled the way it worked out last time. It was so great. But there may be something else going on with it,
Yeah, and you know what? You're talking into Google, right? You're talking to me, right? And it's coming across the Google chat.
Oh, okay.
But it's not, but the Microsoft. Mick, stop calling. Stop calling, Mick. Stop.
It would be great if it was
Toss the
working.
fucking phone out the window. All right. Well, I think we're going to call an early night tonight because I am really pissed off right now.
Don't let it get to you, man.
No, it's already gotten to me because that was part of the plan. And now it's 10:30. I'm out of stuff to talk about. I'm not going to waste people's time. Let's get off the air and Chris, do your thing.
Oh, man. Well, this was a little bit briefer show tonight than normal, but with our little technical difficulties, you guys understand, I'm sure. But we want to thank you so much for joining us. And if you hadn't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. It really helps us with the algorithm. Thumbs up. That helps. Like the video. And, again, I want to thank you guys so much. And Steve and I both understand, how important you guys are. We've got the greatest audience we could ever hope to have, and this is only possible because of you. And again, thank you so much. If you guys are listening over on the podcast, make sure you get over to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/@SquatchDTV. And again, thank you so much to our audience and our members. We appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah, folks, I would love to reboot this tablet. I can't. There's no power settings on it. And I'm trying to get Google to do it, but every time Chris talks, it comes across the Google chat.
Oh.
And I can't even turn the farting Bluetooth off on this thing. So it's very frustrating.
Maybe it's got me listed as a caller.
No, it's connecting to what it's hearing, but it's not. Okay, now we're off because I just cleared the whole thing and reconfigured it another time. Sorry, we won't be doing this again for a while. As far as the call-in line, it's just not going to work. Again, thanks everybody for being here. We have the greatest audience in the world. Sorry we had to cut it short. I am just over the moon, frustrated right now. We love you guys. We'll see you all next week. See you in a few days.
We thank you for being here with us on Squatch-D TV. If you haven't taken the time yet, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And oh yes, hit that notification bell too. We don't want you to miss anything. If you really like our content, you should consider becoming a member. And it's really inexpensive and a great way to support not only the show, but honest Bigfoot research. Everyone have a great week. Be safe and God bless. We will see you all here next time on Squatch-D TV. Keep on squatching.